prisons, humiliation of human beings at Guantanamo Bay. Surely this is not worthy of a great country. We allowed Congress to take away the ancient right of habeas corpus. Goes back to the Magna Carta. We pick up people, imprison them, never charge them or try them. We keep them in limbo and send them to secret prisons to be tortured and interrogated. Is this America? Yes, there will be mayhem if we pull out. There is now, and we are exasperating the situation. We should be saving lives. We cannot justify what we've done. The voters did send the president a message last November, a message he didn't want to hear and is still resisting. The president wants to pass this war on to his successor. He wants to run out the clock. There is, of course, the concern that we are baiting Iran into a war, not an invasion, but an air attack. We have 2 naval task forces in Iran's backyard. Aircraft carriers, planes, submarines, missiles. A little bit of provocation, wouldn't you say? Well, it's a new ball game on Capitol Hill, with the Democrats in charge, mostly in the House and by a very thin reed in the Senate. Nevertheless, it is a break in the Republicans' control of the 3 branches of government. The Democrats are split between those who genuinely want to do something about the war and the super cautious so-called moderates who want to play it safe and wait until the next election. This president has tried to politicize every government agency and stack it with his own cronies and party loyalists. There is an undoing of the Civil Service Commission, there is an undoing of the public school system, and there is a total tearing down of this administration of what government is supposed to do. Last I looked, the Washington Monument was still in public hands, but I wouldn't count on it. On another note, we are spending our national treasury on war, while 48 million people in this country have no health insurance. Children go to school in this country with no breakfast. The schools are falling down. Government programs to alleviate the suffering are being cut, not to mention the college loans and so forth. And yet, the biggest tax cuts still go to the richest people in this country. Something's got to be wrong with that picture. They're finally doing something about the minimum wage, $5.15 an hour. Can you imagine? Big oil companies are in big trouble, and it will take years for a true accounting of the war profiteering. We have 100,000 private contractors in Iraq. Many have paid the price with their lives because it's Russian roulette on the streets of Baghdad. As for the press, the book I wrote, Watchdogs of Democracy, is very critical of my colleagues for letting the country down. Our one weapon in journalism is skepticism, and when reporters don't ask the president the key questions, they don't get asked. We don't have the British system where the Prime Minister goes to the House of Commons and is really grilled by the backbench.